The air crackles with an ominous heat. Acrid smoke blots out the sun, casting an eerie orange glow over the landscape. This is not a scene from a disaster movie, but a terrifying reality for Californians facing ferocious wildfires. These infernos have consumed millions of acres, reducing homes and communities to ash. The images are shocking: towering flames, fleeing residents, and smoldering ruins. The impacts of these wildfires are felt far beyond California's borders. Smoke travels thousands of miles, affecting air quality across the US and Europe. The carbon dioxide released exacerbates the global climate crisis. The California wildfires remind us of our world's interconnectedness. Local events can have ripple effects that reach every continent. We are all stakeholders in the fight against climate change and its consequences. California has always been prone to wildfires. Its Mediterranean climate creates an abundance of flammable vegetation. Recently, factors have turned California's landscape into a tinderbox. Chief among these is climate change. Rising temperatures prolong the fire season and dry out vegetation. Extreme weather events like heat waves and droughts increase fire risk. Misguided forest management has added fuel to the fire. Decades of fire suppression have led to an unnatural buildup of fuel. Human activity plays a significant role as well. Nearly half of all wildfires in California are ignited by humans. As more people move into fire-prone areas, the risk increases. The impacts of California's wildfires are far-reaching and devastating, affecting the environment, human health, and the economy. The immediate toll is painfully clear: lives lost, homes reduced to ashes, and communities displaced. However, the true cost of these fires extends far beyond the immediate aftermath. Environmentally, wildfires leave behind a trail of destruction. They release massive amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change. They destroy critical wildlife habitat, threatening biodiversity, and they leave behind denuded landscapes vulnerable to erosion and flooding, impacting water quality and increasing the risk of mudslides. The health impacts of wildfires are equally alarming. Smoke from wildfires contains a toxic cocktail of pollutants that can travel hundreds of miles, posing significant health risks to people far beyond the fire zone. These pollutants can irritate the lungs, trigger asthma attacks, and increase the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Economically, the costs of wildfires are staggering. The direct costs of fighting fires, rebuilding infrastructure, and providing disaster relief can reach billions of dollars annually. The indirect costs, such as lost business revenue, decreased property values, and impacts on tourism, add billions more to the tab. Section 4. Fighting fire with fire prevention and mitigation efforts. The escalating threat of wildfires demands a multifaceted response that includes both short-term firefighting efforts and long-term strategies to reduce fire risk and build more resilient communities. While completely preventing wildfires in California is impossible, there are steps we can take to mitigate their severity and impact. One promising approach is prescribed burning, a controlled burn technique used to reduce fuel loads in forests. By intentionally setting small, controlled fires under carefully managed conditions, land managers can reduce the amount of flammable vegetation, making it more difficult for wildfires to start and spread. Technological advancements are also playing a role in wildfire prevention and mitigation. Sophisticated early warning systems, such as satellite imagery and computer modeling, are helping to detect fires in their early stages, allowing for quicker response times and potentially preventing small fires from becoming major conflagrations. Section 5. Our shared responsibility, a call to action. The California wildfires are a stark reminder of the growing threat of climate change and the urgent need for collective action. While the challenges are daunting, we must not succumb to despair or inaction. The future of California, and indeed the planet, depends on our willingness to address the root causes of this crisis and take meaningful steps to protect our communities and our environment. Each of us has a role to play in mitigating wildfire risk. We can support policies that promote clean energy, reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and invest in sustainable forest management practices. We can educate ourselves and others about the importance of fire safety and take steps to reduce our own risk of starting a fire. The fight against wildfires is not just about protecting homes and property. It is about safeguarding our health, preserving our environment, and building a more sustainable future for generations to come. It is a fight we must win, and it is a fight we can win if we act together with urgency and determination.